Hello and welcome to Devon Live Chat, and it's great actually to have some people to talk about football, to talk about disabilities, talk about lots and lots of things actually, which some people feel it's a bit beyond them, and that's not the case, is it, Michael? Tell us all about the Northam Lions. What's the Northam Lions all about?
Basically, they're an amateur football club who play in the North Devon Football League, and they decided to start a ability or disability football team for over 18s or above, and it started basically where I organised a kickabout in Bideford Park with some people. I put ad out on Facebook to help my mental health and get me out of the house, and it went from there really. I used to play for Northam Lions seconds, and my mental health issues got in the way a little bit. My age, I was getting older. I'm 42. I was picking up a lot of injuries, and I figured I probably wouldn't feature this season for those reasons. So I basically used football as a way of getting out of house and helping my problems. So yeah, and then as I was a player for Northam, Northam came up with the idea. So I didn't leave the club to support me, and they agreed to try and start a disability team if I could get the players. So yeah, it started with a kickabout in the park with some people advertising on Facebook that I didn't even know, and Northam took me on once I got the players. We're hoping to start in the FA Counts Disability Football League, so I'm just looking to keep it going, expand it, make it bigger. And as I say, I couldn't have done this without the support of Northam Lions, Roger, Natalie, the whole club, Phil Prowse, giving me 100% backing, and hopefully making this a wonderful thing to, carry on. That's basically how it came about. I'm the manager. So yeah, I'm the manager of the football team. Have disabilities myself, so I think that helps because I understand my players' problems. I can relate to my players. They can come to me for a bit of support. I can use them as my support. So it helps everybody really. So it's a honour to be given the opportunity, and it really helps my disabilities myself and my mental health too.
When you talk about disabilities, what sort of disabilities range between your players? What sort of things are you looking at? And how other people can go, I can associate with that, I could get involved.
Right, okay. So obviously we have a wide spectrum. So we've got players with autism, ADHD, one or two with a few physical problems, various people with mental health problems such as anxiety, depression, that sort of thing, and anyone with physical, learning disability, developmental disability, additional needs, sensory problems, I've got a relative to blind and good at play, which includes football, so any ability is welcome, and we don't have a great chat with it all about learning, freedom, being part of the club, being part of the team,
I don't know what's happening with your microphone, but you seem to be going further and further away. I don't know why. There's a lot of static noise going on in the background. So when you first started, there were you in a field with a football with how many people?
I probably started with maybe 6 or 7, and then I got a few more, and then Northam Lions took over, not took over, but then they took it on. I'm advertising on Facebook. I'm trying my best to expand the team as much as possible. And yeah, so looking at it now, I have 13 players, 14 with me, because I want to be a player manager, because I still want to enjoy my football. So it also gives me a chance to still be involved in that side of things. So yeah, it went from so it's expanded a little bit.
With one of those people in the early days, would it have been somebody called Daniel Lee?
Yeah, Daniel Lee. Yeah, it's funny how that came about. Daniel Lee did a job.
Hi, Michael.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to support you.
Oh my word! Right, okay, I didn't expect that, guys. Yeah, okay, okay, I'll carry on. Okay, yeah, Daniel did some work for us in the house, and we became friends. And I just mentioned football. I said he mentioned that he had his mental health problems and physical problems, and I asked him to join the team. He came along, and to the park, and he's been with me ever since. Well, day one, really. Daniel struggles because of his problems, just like everybody else. But I always say that you can sit there and worry about your problems and not leave the house and things. But I always have a philosophy now, that if you don't try and do something about your problems, you'll never kind of break free in some ways. It's just my philosophy.
The thing is, when Daniel knew that you were going to come on, he just wanted to come on and say a big thank you. So on behalf of him and a lot of other people. So Daniel, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you for letting me be on here. And Michael, all of us together wouldn't be where we are without you and the likes of Roger and the team. Okay, so unfortunately, not everyone could be here. Some are working, some are doing what they need to be doing in their life. And so we just want to thank you ever so much for all the support you have given, the time, the effort, and also just for being a friend. It goes a long way when you can sit there and speak to someone so openly about how you feel, and also encourage. I know, obviously, it does take a lot out of you. We know that you have been struggling, and we are there 100% behind you, supporting you.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's called hidden disabilities, isn't it? Sometimes
Yes.
the disability that is obvious, and other times there's disabilities that are hidden and other people don't know. We did a program a few weeks ago about mental health, and the fact that men find it difficult to talk about these problems. But I would have thought that within your club, it makes it slightly different. In fact, we got Roger with us as well. So it's a day of a big thank you. Apart from looking for new people, Roger, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm sorry, I'm having problems with my camera.
That's all right. We can hear you. You can always talk. We quite nice actually. Your camera. It looks like you're in a car or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, can you hear me?
What would you like to say to Michael?
Yeah, I just want to say to Michael, he's doing a fantastic job. It's not been easy at the start. Obviously, it's took a lot to get all this going. But he's been patient, as is Julie as well. Julie's Mike's wife, and she's been a big part of all the setup to do with the ability team, to be honest. And it's putting us in the right direction of where we want to be as a club. And Mike's doing a great job, and his players are fantastic. The commitment that is there from his players. And it's all going absolutely splendidly at the minute.
Thank you very much indeed for your kind words. I'm just going to mute your microphone because we've got funny sort of squeaking noises. It sounds like you've got a whole load of birds in there with you. Maybe, yes, that's better. It's gone a lot quieter. Or is it? Maybe it's not him. Now we found out who it is.
Hey, what?
Yeah, it's. I think it's actually. Yeah, it's Michael himself who's being the person with the squeaky stuff going on in the background. But never mind. Yeah. So I think it might be the connection because in North Devon, sometimes it's all about how good the connection is, or you might have the volume up a little bit too loud and it's like coming backwards and forwards. Now, what we need to find out, Michael, apart from being a big well done you and a pat on the back, unsung hero, you are looking for new players, more people to get involved. Because I think Daniel will agree, Roger will agree that what you're doing is beyond belief, really, isn't it? You know, sometimes you have to have somebody to stand up and say, we are going to do this, not because we want a pat on the back, but it's good for other people and their well-being. And well-being is a very important thing, especially as we're in a pandemic. That must affect an awful lot of people as well. So what type of people are you looking for to join your group?
Like I've said, anyone with the disabilities that I've more or less mentioned. I mean, there's lots of other disabilities and impairments that there's lots there that really is a lot too much to mention because it's such a wide scope, you know. So anyone really with any disabilities or impairments that just want to play football again, or anyone that does play football currently that either wants a change or a new challenge, then obviously we want you to come along. And it's been difficult through the COVID pandemic because our county league is delayed because of the pandemic. But once the restrictions get relaxed, hopefully that league will go ahead. I know that Northam Lions actively trying to get some friendlies for us, and I really, really hope something comes of that, and I think the whole team does. So I hope we get some friendlies just to give my boys a game, and we train once a week at Sandomir. So you just literally need to obviously give it a go, see if you fit in, and hopefully, you know, we take it from there. I have my contact details, so all you have to do is contact me or contact my wife or contact Roger as well, and you can give me a buzz and you can arrange to come down. And if you're nervous, I will meet you somewhere. We can walk together. Nothing to be scared of. And as I've said, because I suffer from disabilities too, you know, I'm very, very, very understanding. I'm very supportive. And you know what? I just want this to work. And when I saw Roger come on today, and Daniel, I'm not going to lie, I had to hold back my tears. I really did. I still, you know.
Unsung hero, that's what you are. But then this is something that you are passing on because no doubt, correct me if I'm wrong, but you'll probably do the same as what he's doing, Daniel. You'll probably help other people, yeah? I presume that Roger will do the same, even though we can't see him, you know? Because that's the way it works, you know, it moves on. You're giving something to people, and those people will then give it to other people, and so on and so on. And I take my hat off to you because you're an unsung hero. How many games do you actually play? Do you actually have a league, or is it all friendly games that you're playing?
No, basically, we will be playing in the FA Ability Counts League. I think there's 4 or 5 divisions. They cater for all abilities, okay, and you get relegation, you get promotion. You go to monthly tournaments where you play 5 games a day, one Sunday every month. The points get tallied up every month, and at the end of the season, you either win the league, get relegated, or promoted. Once COVID-19 restrictions relax, that league will start. We are training every week at the moment, which is brilliant. And hopefully, as I say, hopefully Northam, Roger, Natalie, whoever deals with this, hopefully get some friendlies done for us so we can prepare, get the players ready, give them some games, because it would be nice to put them against other teams where I've not seen them play, you know. So the league will happen. It's just patience. It's just patience, you know. But what I'm happy about is that the guys are getting to play football, which is more than what a lot of teams around us are doing at the moment because of the pandemic. I know a lot of other ability teams aren't training at the moment because of the pandemic. So we have got an head start, and we have hopefully that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But when the league starts, we can be ready, prepared, you know, and I just think it's great that we're getting how to kick a ball, which is more than what a lot of people are able to do at the moment. And I think the players need to embrace that because they're being given a chance and an opportunity to do that. And it's an honour, I feel, for the players to play for an amateur club, not a kickabout anymore, and represent Northam, the village, you know. And I think that's a big, big, big thing, in my opinion, you know. But, yeah.
You're talking Northam. Let's throw them out. How far can we trawl people in to join your club?
Anyone within travelling distance. You know, if they've got a car, they can come from Barnstable, Allsworthy, Tiverton. You know, as far as they want to travel, really. As long as they can come to training, as long as they make themselves available for the tournaments, there should be no problem really in joining, really, in that sense, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a few comments been coming in, like it says "Go Gaffer." They haven't actually said who. In fact, there was 2 lots of those. If I just move it, it looks like it's the same one, but it's not. And also, well done to Dan as well. Any other comments? We'll put those up as we go along. So, how do we get in touch with you or your wife?
No.
I know I've got some telephone numbers actually on the original post, and we'll repost those up as well.
That's more or less. I'll do it again.
So at the moment, you're broadcasting live to Devon Live Chat, North Devon News with 50,000 people who can view.
I didn't know it was on North Devon. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, you're on there as well. You're on Bideford Banter, Ilfracombe, around Ilfracombe, Friends of North Devon. We're actually broadcasting to all those at the moment live. Another thing, joining Monday, can't wait to get involved. But they haven't said what their name is, which is a shame.
That will be our new player hopefully coming. I just want to point out as well, I want to get it in here, is that when we say we're playing other ability teams around Devon, when the FA Accounts League does finally restart, we'll actually be playing proper professional. Some of them, a proper professional club. So we'll be playing Exeter City, this ability team. We'll be playing Plymouth Argyle ability team, will be playing Torquay United ability team. Tiverton and Barnstable. Barnstable have got an ability team. We'll be playing them. So you know, to win. To beat teams like Plymouth Argyle is a very great feeling. You know, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I just want to add that in.
Yeah. I need to touch on actually how does it get funded? Is it just from the Lions, or is there anything coming in with help in the lottery and people like that?
You see, is Roger still there? Right. Basically, obviously the training, obviously it's paid for via the players because we have to rent out Sandomir, and North obviously we have to cover the costs. So that's where that comes in. And in terms of joining Northam Lions, there is a one-off. It's a one-off signing on fee. Okay, so you pay £15. Okay, and it's like a joining fee, like you have joining a gym or something along them lines. So you pay that. Then you get your kit. Then you come to training and you're in the team. So basically, the initial outlay is the sign-on joining fee, and then you just pay for training. That's all you pay for now. You know that's it. That's it. You know. But Roger will be able to tell you more information on the funding because he's like above me and he's like runs all that. So it'd be nice if Roger could quickly maybe say some things about that rather than me because I'm just the manager. I don't really deal with that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you see the message you've got from Glenn.
Oh, I don't believe it. Yeah, I'm a Bradford City fan. Thank you, Glenn. If that's Glenn. Yeah, Glenn. Yeah, I knew he'd get that in.
Well, at least you've explained what that's about. Roger, tell us all about fundraising.
Yeah, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, Northam Lions is a non-for-profit club. Generally, we go into the local councils. We try to do an annual fundraising each year, which is generally spread out across the club. We've obviously got a first team and a second team in the mainstream men's league, and obviously now we've got this ability team that we're setting up. So anybody that would feel that they could do any donations or anything that they could help with the setup, and there's an ongoing fees obviously all the time because we have to pay out, and there'll be transport costs involved when we go into tournaments, and generally we do it as a club. We do ask our local council and Bideford Town Council as well, and yeah, we're always looking for help if anybody is out there and they want to support us.
Hopefully somebody will come forward, Roger. Maybe some entertainers, because entertainers at the moment are struggling that there is nowhere for anybody to work. So it does create a few little problems for them. But as they keep saying in the government, we're all in this together. So maybe one can help the other, and we can go forward. What is the most severe disability that you've actually come across? Not in names.
Well, you mean the name of the disability?
The disability, yeah. Don't mention the person's name.
Obviously, I won't. In terms of our team at minute, I'm going to probably say learning difficulties, autism. I'm going to say is probably the most in that way. I've got one lad. He's a lovely lad. Shame he supports who. I'm not going to mention him, but yeah, shame who we support. But anyway, he's got a problem, a physical problem, and do you know what? He comes every week and he doesn't take part in the drills so much, but he does the games, and he struggles physically because of that, but at least he gives it a go and he does join in with the games. And I've got another one who physically has problems, and you know what? He's exactly the same. He doesn't take part in all the drills because he physically can't do it, but I don't force anybody into doing anything they don't want to do. And I say to them two and everyone else, right, you join in when you can join in. And that's exactly what they do. So there's no pressure. It's all about, you know, it's about keeping them involved. That's the biggest thing I have. And my biggest feeling is that I want to keep everyone involved. And that's really important to me. And like I said, it doesn't. Well, I used to coach for Northam Lodge. I hope they may be listening. I used to coach for Northam Lodge. I used to coach their disability team, and they played in the Ability Council League. Unfortunately, COVID stopped me working with them. It's a shame. And I also coach in my free time. I coach little kiddies down at Sandomir Blues, and I do that every Thursday. So I do coach little ones as well. So I'm quite varied in what I do, you know. But the biggest thing for me is the disability, you know, because a few years ago, I'm not going to go into details, but a few years ago, I very nearly did something stupid. Luckily, I didn't go through with it. I'm lucky that I'm here today, because if it weren't for...
Come on, you got this, Mike. Take a breath.
Okay. Yeah. If it weren't for Northam Lions, Roger Natley being so supportive, if it wasn't for my friends around me and, you know, people around me, you know, I wouldn't be here today. You know.
But the thing is, Roger, Michael, you are here. Roger was talking in the background, telling you to take a breath. It's because you're all there together, and what you're giving the team, from where I'm looking at, they think the world of you. Whatever happened in the past is the past. Okay, now is the future, and what you're doing, along with everybody else, is going forward. And what you need now is more people to join. What you've explained to me is the disability means that you can do certain things. You've got to know what your limits are and how far you can push those limits. And when you get to a certain part of that, you can't take it much further. Like, you know, where you are at the moment, it would have been wrong for me to keep waiting for you to come back with more answers, because you'd reached your limit. But now you've taken a step backwards and you're thinking about it, you're ready to carry on talking and things like that. Now, when we first contacted, we were talking to each other, you said that you're quite shy. You wouldn't know what to say because you have a disability. At the moment, you've been talking for nearly half an hour, and I think you've got an awful lot to say and a lot of goodwill that you are spreading. I also said you're not the only one with a disability. That's why people are coming to you. I have a disability. I have front foot amputation, which means that for me to run around and kick a ball, I used to love doing that, but I can't do that now because physically I can't. But I can sit here and talk, and I can open up some doorways, some windows, some shop windows for people to come and join the people like Michael, Daniel, Roger, and a whole host of other people who keep on putting little things on like this, you know, and of course Dan too, as the team captain. Yeah, you got this, Gaffer. You know, Glenn's been on here. You know, they're all being nice because of what you're trying to do, and don't be ashamed of what you're doing. You know, what happened in the past is the past, mate.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I just want to, because obviously my wife is watching and me, people around me, you know. I just want to thank my wife, Julie. She's my rock. She supports me every day, and without her, you know, in some ways I'd struggle to carry on. So my wife's my rock, And I've forgotten if I've included my family. I want to include my wife's side of family, and I want to include my family also. Without them, obviously, and obviously my friends, the team, and the whole of Northam Lions Football Club, Natalie, the players, Roger, Phil Prowse. I want to thank everybody because, yeah, but a special. I want to say to my wife that she keeps me going, and my son Jake. Again, he's a world to me, and I've tried to get him to come and help me at training, but he won't come. But I've tried. And again, my son keeps me going too. You know.
How old is he?
He's 18.
18.
Yeah.
You don't look old enough to have an 18-year-old, but that's another story.
42. I'm
yeah,
42.
Well done to you. That's absolutely brilliant. Now, listen, you must all come back on again and let me know if you've had success in getting new players coming along. You must give us an update on, from time to time, where the team, where you're doing, where you are in the league. Once that all starts, that would be great. Roger can sort of get his camera to work and show his face at some point. He could probably give us an update on finances and what fundraising is going on. Dan can come on and tell us all about what's happening being the team captain. Don't give away too many of the tactics, though, because you might be giving it away to the other players.
Yeah.
So let's just finish off, okay? Now, you're a Bradford City supporter. Dan, who's your team?
Bristol City.
Roger in the car, what's your team?
Oh, Manchester City.
Well, there you go. See, we've all got disabilities, and Roger's got a big one there, hasn't he, really? You know, supporting a team like that. It's a mistake. Gentlemen, and I did see a lady actually there, I think, with Roger's camera. You know,
I don't think Natalie's there. I don't know if Natalie's there.
Yeah, Natalie
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. I've got the world watching. What's going on? I've got the world watching.
Anyway, gentlemen and young lady, and everybody involved in your organisation, and well done to Northern Lions as well. I wish you all seasonal greetings. I hope it all works out for you. You must come back and see us another time. Till then, final thoughts, please. Let's just go around and say final thoughts for today.
Okay. My final thought is if people are out, if people see this, like I've explained, I've got impairments and disabilities that I live with every single day. I'm not going to go into them on here, but I do. And I want you guys to use me, along with the players that I have with disabilities and impairments. I want you guys to look at them and me and think, you know what? If we can do this, then hopefully it'll inspire others to do the same. And give it a go. And I will support you. The players will support you. The club will support you. And just come and give it a go. That's all I ask. And it doesn't matter what standard you are. Just come along and give it a go. Just give it a go.
As it says, be proud, Gaffer. You've achieved more than we've ever imagined. Thank you.
Most definitely.
Nice. Yeah. Final thoughts, Daniel, with your big, is it a German Shepherd in there?
It is, yes.
Very well behaved, much better behaved than my two Westies.
Oh, she's on her best behaviour at the moment. She's not always good.
Your final thoughts?
Okay, well, I'm really ecstatic on being able to be a part of the team. Thank you so much for accepting us in. We are all grateful, each in our own way. Yes, it can be very difficult at times. We all struggle, but we keep fighting on. We're a family, we're a team, and that's what matters most. Thank you again, Michael. Thank you again, Roger, Natalie, and everyone backing us. It's truly a great pleasure.
Thank you very much. Let's go to final thoughts from Roger.
Yeah, for me, football's for everyone. So, you know, what all we want to try and create here is an environment where any person can come, no matter on their ability. It's sport, it's fun. We want to be out there, and everybody can come and take part. We don't discriminate. We just want everybody to enjoy what football's all about, and that's about having fun.
Excellent. Now, I suppose really it might sound like a pun. It's not meant to be a pun. Doesn't matter what your disability is. It's a level playing field. They are there for you. So if you have a mental or a physical disability, don't let that hold you back. Go and get involved. Find out more. All the details will be put on the page. Thank you very much indeed to our guests for today, which is Michael, Roger, and Daniel. And thank you for watching as well. This has been Devon Live Chat.